Hi everyone, so first of all, welcome to the crypt. I mean, it's been a while since I've had this black background because I just didn't have a tripod or anything to put this on. So I hope that this looks better than it used to. Honestly, I was getting tired of the green walls myself. Today I wanted to talk about some of the things, or basically pretty much all of the things, unnecessary things, that I have been buying throughout the year. I don't consider myself someone who buys a lot and someone who, has impulsive buying problems or anything, but I do sometimes have the need, to fill some gaps in my wardrobe, things that I kind of need to build more outfits, or just things that I have to replace, or things that I want to have to work with to make projects and stuff like that. You'll see what I mean. So I'm going to include some things that I actually have modified myself. I want to start with face masks, which I just found some really cute ones. First being this one, and these look really small, but they are actually just large enough. You can see. And I have a bunch of these that have this exact shape. There's like 5 or so that I bought all at once. This one has a rose or flower print. This one was originally a sort of Barbie pink one, and now I put as you can see, I put some sort of eyelet lace over it, and this thing as well, this part on the edge, but you can still see some of the pink through it. And I think it's really cute. It's really nice for the vintage outfits, or more pastel-y things, I guess, that I have. This is blue. I bought this one before. I think this is the first cloth face mask that I bought. It has a bird embroidered on it, and it's a sort of teal color, or like cobalt blue. And there's also this one, which is sort of a velvet fabric, but it has some gold stars on it. And I got this from, the embroidered one. I just bought these on a just local store that was near the grocery store that I usually go to. And then these ones that have this shape, or these ones I bought online from Go Trendier, which is a sort of Mexican version of not Primark. What is it called? Poshmark, or I think Depop. Those websites where you can sell your own stuff and you can buy other stuff that people are selling from their own wardrobes and stuff. Other ones that I bought, these are also from a local, not local, but they're from a Mexican store, I think, and they are handmade. These ones, they're supposed to be worn in this way, in which you can you can tie the mask behind your head in a bow, or sort of like a headband or something of the sort, to keep it secure so that it doesn't have to be constantly on your ears, behind your ears. They give the illusion that you matched your face mask with your headband or scrunchie or something like that, when it's really just one piece that is together. So those are the masks that I bought in the last year, or the last several months at least. And this is one of the things I have made. I'm pretty proud of it. These are some pads for moving makeup that I made of a sweater that I used to have from, I think I got it at Target probably 5 years ago or more. And I made these different little makeup removing pads. The print is sort of like a rose on a navy or just kind of dark blue background. And they're not the best that you've ever seen, but I'm pretty proud of them. I'm pretty glad that I made them. I'm already using these and I just really like them. I like the fact that, you know, you can reuse them. They don't really show stains either, even though they really do help remove the makeup. The thing is, these are made from cotton, because that sweater, I checked the label and it was 100% cotton. So it's actually pretty good for that, for removing makeup. This is a necklace that I bought again from Go Trendier, so it was second-hand and everything. This is sort of I don't remember what material this was supposed to be made of, but I'm pretty sure it's not, you know, anything real or natural. But it is this sort of turquoise colored skulls, and they have little crosses under them, and they are, I think it's really cute. It looked really nice. I think these necklaces look really nice with the shirts that have a collar or something, or maybe just crew necks. And I used to have a ring, I still have a ring that is this color as well. It's a butterfly. And I think it's really nice to have just a bit of teal or turquoise. I mean, I wear a lot of black and everything, but I really love all colors. And speaking of colors, some of the clothes that I have bought in the last year, this include this shirt. It just says Barbie and it's sort of a light pink. And I haven't actually worn it outside yet, but I did wear it around the house, and I think it's really cute. I'm not sure really how long this will last, but I have washed it once already by hand, and it seems to be staying put. It seems like it's going to stay. I feel like this would be cute to wear on I don't know, maybe a video chat or something, where you just want the shirt to be the statement and your bottoms don't really matter that much. Another top that I have is, oh, by the way, that was from Go Trendier again. Pretty much all the clothes, with I think one exception that I'm going to show you, are from Go Trendier. Lace-up top. Again, I have a lot of red in my wardrobe, so this made sense for me to have. And it's really cute. The only thing I didn't think too much of is the fact that it's basically sleeveless. The sleeves are just short enough to not actually work as sleeves. Oh, it still has tags because I haven't worn it. But it is honestly such a cute shirt, and I was thinking of wearing this with a long black skirt, my long pleated one, or maybe also the red velvet skirt, although that's a pretty short one, and I feel like this should be worn with a longer skirt, just because it's kind of like, I mean, it's kind of vintage looking in a way. Well, not really, but it invokes that sort of vintage or Victorian goth feel. Kind of tries to be sort of like that, so I feel like it will look cute with that. Speaking of vintage, this is something that I made with a straw hat that I bought from Go Trendier. I bought this, it was just a regular straw hat, nothing fancy to it. It was full like this, went all the way around, and I made a sort of 19th century bonnet maybe with it. As you can see, it does have a bow on this side, and on the other it has some fabric flowers. And it has this border that's sort of like a black with white flowers and stuff. And I lined it, you could say, with this eyelet lace, 2 layers of that. And I also just got some purple velvet on it, just to, because the straw was kind of I guess it wouldn't be as comfortable, so I just put that there. And it also has a thing here to make sure that it stays on my head, although really when I put it on and when I was done sewing it, I figured that it actually wasn't on the right position, so it almost doesn't really do what it's supposed to. But regardless of that, let me just show you. I don't have the right hairstyle for that, but you are supposed to take these parts here and just kind of well, I guess that depends on how you want to wear it, but this is more or less inspired on the bonnets that Lolitas wear sometimes, except that it's a straw one. Usually theirs are just regular fabric. I also don't have the right outfit for this, but you can see, I would say that it's relatively accurate. Not really, but you know, I saw some tutorials online and stuff like that, and I did something kind of like what I was seeing, and it does remind me sort of like Dr. Queen Medicine Woman, which I watched the entire series throughout the year. So one of the things that I could wear that red lace-up top with is this really simple skirt that just kind of goes below the knees. You can probably barely see what I'm talking about because obviously the background is black and everything. So a couple things that I didn't get from Go Trendier are this blouse, or rather it's a sort of sweatshirt kind of shirt, but it just has this detail here, which again just reminds me of Dr. Queen Medicine Woman, because this is like the kind of color that they would have, but sometimes square or triangular. I feel like this is a little bit difficult to style just because it's kind of boxy, so it might seem better to wear it with short skirts, maybe with leggings, of course, in winter, or maybe with a pencil skirt. I was thinking of maybe the long white skirt that I have would actually be very nice with this, and I think it actually is pretty cool to wear white in the winter. I think it looks really cool, although it doesn't really get super cold where I live. We definitely don't get snow, so I mean, you know, but I like winter, you know. I'm kind of glad that we are in winter right now, even though it gets dark earlier and everything. This is the last thing that I'm going to mention, I think, and this is a, well, that's a bonnet, but this is a dress that I got online. I got this from a second-hand seller of like vintage clothes and stuff, and I'm going to show just another picture to show you what this is exactly, but it's, or rather what it looks like, but this is just a dress. It's very long. It goes to the ankles, and it used to be even longer because after this trim, this hem, it actually had more fabric, but I actually cut it because it seemed like it was meant to be that way, that it wasn't really finished and that you were supposed to cut it, or it wasn't really finished entirely because the fabric wasn't, the hem was kind of raw, the fabric, so it's kind of strange. But I mean, this is so beautiful. The cut is just really flattering, especially here. I love the fact that the sleeves are not too short, and it's slightly low cut, I would say, for my standards, but it's so cute. I honestly really love it. And like I mentioned, it comes with this bonnet. I'll show you the picture of this, more or less what it looks like, but I mean, I can kind of show you myself. By the way, I have a new microphone. Not sure if you have noticed. Aside from the ring light, I also have a new microphone and everything, and I feel like I just finally can just basically film videos whenever I want to. Not exactly, but more or less whenever I want to. Truthfully, just so you know, in the last month I have had a couple of symptoms, not COVID related, but you know, just health things that have been worrying me a little bit. So, you know, that's part of the reason why I wasn't uploading for a while. And I also do get, you know, online school and stuff like that. It doesn't really take that much of my time. Sometimes I just feel discouraged to... I was feeling kind of discouraged, honestly, to spend on things like a ring light or a new microphone, because I felt like it wasn't that urgent, but I'm glad that I did it now because I feel like my videos are just gonna be better and sound better and look better. And I'm glad that this background is back because I was really missing it, but I just couldn't figure out, because I would have had to like stack a bunch of things on top of each other to have the camera at this angle again. So I hope you enjoyed the new setup and that you enjoyed the video. And again, these are things that I have been buying throughout the last year, so I hope it doesn't seem like I've been buying too much something. But yeah, that's what I've been buying, and you know, just a general yearly haul. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.